Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I'm so glad you're here, you guys. Today, I wanted to spend some time going through St. Meghan Markle. If you're like, Jen, what's that? It's the Reddit group where they really pick through some of the stories going around. It's a good place to kind of catch up with all the news with Harry and Meghan. So I thought, let's take a look. There's some things I want to discuss in there, and I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to get into this with all of you. Honk honk, everybody. I'm Jen. I honk because one of Meghan's fans told me I sound like a drunk goose. I've been honking ever since. Now let's get into this. Now, right off the bat, I want to share some really good news with you all. I'm sure you've heard by now. It was just announced at the time of this recording that Catherine, Princess of Wales, is doing well. She's back home. That is wonderful news. We are wishing her nothing but the best of health, the best in her recovery, the best of everything. So that is great. And as more news comes out about this, I will be talking about it. I'm just so happy. What a great way. I found out on Monday. I don't know what day this is going up, but what a great way to start the week. Great news. Of course, we're wishing Catherine, Princess of Wales, well, and we're wishing King Charles well. All right, let's have some laughs, shall we? This was shared by D. Williams, and it says, from Hertz counter to concession stand. So this one has been photoshopped, but I don't care. It's perfect. This actually looks like a nicer concession stand area than the concession stand area we actually saw Hank and Skank emerge out of. I think this is too funny. But so I have to add my own contribution to this. In yesterday's video, this is the thumbnail I ended up going with because the images just of their faces, her posing, holding that clutch over the you can't make this stuff up. The armrest and then the empty seats around, just too funny. And the water bottles in the seats behind them, but not in theirs. So funny. It just really made me laugh. Okay, so you got this one. But the one I had originally made to go with that video is this one. Can we say concession stand and Hertz office? I knew you could. This made me laugh. So similar thought process, I guess. I was cracking up and laughing. I actually think maybe the Hertz office is a little better than the concession stand because hopefully the floor's not as sticky. I don't know. But I think dressing like the Hertz office was pretty embarrassing. I don't usually make the thumbnails till after the video, so I didn't even think about it. I'll just use it for this video, so you'll see it, the thumbnail. That's that. I'm explaining after the fact, so it makes more sense to you why I'm talking about yesterday's video. You'll see this thumbnail. It really makes me laugh. I ask you to comment, what would you like to prance through? I am saying prance. And what business would it be? And what business would you dress like? I'd have to give this some thought. There's so many places for me to prance. I'm prancing through a 7-Eleven because I'm super classy, and I can also grab a Slurpee as I prance by it. And as for the outfit, well, I had to do it. As a proud member of the Drunk Goose Club, I had to do it. I will be wearing this. Also, act surprised when I wear this to a meetup at some point. Okay, let's keep going. CT Garden said, nothing says royal like a food court, LOL. So well done. Nas 2439 says, I don't know whether it's a step up or a step down from Hertz. Yeah, same. I don't know either. It's pretty embarrassing. I'm going to say it's the step down because, again, I just keep thinking about those sticky floors and dragging that quote unquote gown at the bottom across that. That'll never not be funny to me. Okay, this was shared by Already Done It 01, and it says, those two and their extraordinary ability to keep doing the same thing again and again. What? Like parking lot strolls? Like dancing around at concerts? That kind of thing? Okay, let's read on. I'm really astounded by one thing about these two. Just one thing. I'm astounded by about 100 things by these two. How on earth do they keep going on and doing the same thing again and again? If I suffered 1/10 of the public embarrassment that these two face, I would hide, move, go live in the wilderness for a bit, then resurface, not courting publicity. Amen to that. I think about that too. I mean, I think most of us, without, whatever's going on with them, would do the complete opposite at every turn that they've done. Let's see, but this duo have no shame. I mean, he was a prince, second most popular royal, waving from the balcony at Buckingham Palace, people curtsying to him. Now he's entering through Hertz rent-a-car spaces, never not funny to me, walking through some dusty Jamaica movie theaters, being seated with the plebes in row 8 while the real VIPs sit in another theater. The Legends of Aviation was a joke, and for some strange reason, he insulted the host, making him seem like a nobody whose one claim to fame was dancing with the sainted Diana decades ago. We're talking about the John Travolta of Grease, Pulp Fiction, and numerous other movies. That John Travolta. Then, of course, Spare, Netflix, etc. Then there's Madam, stuck with that rictus grin, swanning around like she is Queen Bee. From her embarrassment at the Beyonce concert to parking lot pap shots being showed at the Variety red carpet to the Jamaica movie theater. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about that hand that yanked her off. Oh, that carpet at the variety show. Okay, to the Jamaica movie theater, and then I won't read the other because it really bothers me. You know what I'm talking about, that awful school thing. Adding that awful school situation to her Christmas video card, Madame's stupidity is legendary. I think with him, it's stupidity. With her, it's, well, both of them, because again, I don't like to make him seem like he's not as vicious and vile as she is, because I believe he is, especially after all the things we've learned more recently. But I think her ego is legendary. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. This level of, I don't know, narcissism. How on earth do they get up, do the same stupid things over and over, keep that rictus grin on, and expect something different to happen? At this point, I'm gobsmacked. Like, they're doing it again and again in a few short weeks. She'll do it again and again and have the rictus grin on. He never, looking back, I don't understand that. Okay, whatever. They never look back, taking her lead. I mean, he came to Jamaica before. Does he not realize the difference between then and now? I'm just amazed at their ability to keep doing the same things again and again and in such a public fashion. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, poster, for bringing this up. This is what I've been saying as well. It's honestly shocking at this point. I know, it's the attention, but come on, like, it's not getting them anything. The attention is not landing them lucrative deals or roles or anything. It's just pointing out how ridiculous they are and continue to be. Listen, I'm here for it and I'll laugh along with it. But I have the same wonderings and I don't think I can make sense of it whatsoever. And I don't know how you don't feel shame over this stuff. I guess it's just, again, going back to the narcissism, perhaps. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I'm just saying, like, whatever they have, it makes them apparently unable to feel any sense of shame or wrongdoing, or that, I don't know. It just makes them do these same things over and over. And it's crazy at this point, but it's kind of fun to watch. Okay. This was shared by Pristine Routine. Great name. It says, I know, appearing at the Beyonce concert for a second time, squeezed in at the end of the box, looked really desperate. The rictus grin is too try hard and unnatural. So I was thinking the second one was when she went back to take the picture with, what was it, Kelly Rowland and I forget who else, but was that because the first one was when she was dancing and clapping like a seal. Like a seal. Oh boy, what words am I saying right now? Sometimes it just hits me in the middle of recording this stuff like, oh yeah, that's when she was clapping like a seal and dancing around and sparkly, and Harry was wearing, I don't know, her mom's jacket maybe? Okay, this one was shared by Papaya4408 and it says world's toughest job. So this was something I saw going around on formerly Twitter, and it says exclusive, a new public relations, a communications rep who has been working with Sus Duo, that's a great name, is so overwhelmed she threatened to quit this past weekend. I don't know that this is true, but let's play along for a second and say, yeah, I bet after all the horrible things that continue to roll out on top of that awful Jamaica trip. Yeah, I'm guessing her job sucks. They talked her down and now need her help in handling Harry's bad press. Hopefully she'll hang in there. Why? Why do we hope she'll hang in there? That's what makes me not believe this post, because I just don't believe it would be going around Twitter like this, and I don't believe anybody would stick with them long enough to contemplate quitting. I think if you make up your mind you're going to quit, you just do it, and you can't be talked back into this role unless they throw more money at you, and I doubt that's happening. So, yeah, I don't know. So I'm chalking it up to a rumor, but it's still funny just the idea of it. Like, oof, yeah, I guess they do have their hands full. But it was responses like this that got my attention. Like Actual Fishing says, run, girl, run. For your own mental health, run. And then a lot of people started to believe that whoever it is probably reading the comments there in the St. Meghan Markle group. And it says, if they are here, meaning if they're here reading the comments, don't believe whatever BS story Harry and Meghan gave you to get you on board. I think we can all reasonably assure you that they're extremely comfortable lying, and they will expect you to be the same. Save yourself, get out. This was shared by Kiwi Love 777, and it says, a director now, one of the biggest TV deals? Sure, Jan. Okay, so this was another rumor going around. It said, Suits is spinning off to Suits LA, and will Meghan Markle appear on it? No, she will be directing it. Dun, dun, dun. Bullshit. Now, I don't know. To me, it just seems like rumors. It's another thing, a la Dior, that Meghan or her people or her sugars or whoever are putting out there trying to get her name attached to this hypothetical project. Maybe it actually is something that they're talking about, but even if they are, there's just no way. I just can't imagine. I don't think the cast is overly happy with her. We just saw them on the red carpet basically shit-talking her, saying we don't have her number. So I doubt that anybody is dying to jump into a project with that one. I don't believe it. I think it's another rumor, and I believe it's in my opinion, put out by Meghan herself. It's one of those things. She puts out a million stories about herself trying to attach her name to anything in hope that anybody will bite. So people were taking issue with this article, though, saying, I guess it referred to it as her A-list comeback. And this person says, right, you cannot have an A-list comeback unless you've actually been on the A-list. She never was, never will be. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. So well said. I couldn't agree more. All right. And speaking of rumors, here's another one going around I thought it'd be fun to discuss. This was shared by Von_und_zoo. And it says, too funny if true. Has Madame pushed Ari too far? Is he being Markled? Who knows if this is true, but I saw this on Twitter and it made me laugh so hard. And it certainly seems like it is in the realm of possibility, which according to Harry, in his court testimony a few months back, makes it true enough. That right there is what got my attention to this whole thing. I just hit the mic. I love that the original poster is circling back to that, because let's not forget that was something he pulled in court. The judge asked him, it's been so long since I talked about it now, I can't remember the exact verbiage, but it was something along the lines of, well, how do you know they've been tapping your phone, Harold and Howie? And he said something like, well, I believe it to be true. It's like, no, we need some actual evidence here, doofus. But I love it. So the poster is pointing out, let's just use Harry's logic then. We believe this to be true, so it's true. I'm just kidding. It's hypothetical. Here, let's read through this. It says, Madame reportedly threatened to destroy WME with her royal connections. Ha, 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 ha. Who would that be? Harold? So scary. Number 2. Ari, in response, unleashed a furious tirade and told Madame that she is a nobody. Well, duh, Ari. You knew that. Everyone except Madame and Harold knows that. Yet you took her on anyway. 3, Ari further said, stop trying to use your title to get what you want. Well, duh, again, Ari, that is her modus operandi. This is what she does. That title and her husband's tenuous connection to his family is all she has to offer and sell, because she is a nobody. She has no skill. She has no talent. She has nothing else to market. And and isn't it exactly what Ari is going to do? Use her title to get her a gig, any gig? 4. It has been, some 40 weeks since Ari took her on, and what do they have to show for it? Bupkis. Ari has only himself to blame for his inevitable markling. He must be just as full of himself as she is if he really thought he was going to find her some real work, not just parking lot stress pets. I can't even get through that without laughing. Not just parking lot stress patch gigs. To which Fairheart points out easy money, the same reason other stupid, greedy people align themselves with stupid, greedy people. In this case, both H&M and Ari and WME really truly believe in the politically correct magic 8-ball value of liars, grifters, and slanderers. Oh my. Same tsunami of crap that Harold and Fraud rode in surfing. I think rode in on surfing. Easy money. To which accomplished Sal says he's a massive narcissist. He believes he can make or break anyone's career, and he's single-handedly able to decide who's in and who's out in Hollywood. He probably signed them as a challenge and show everyone what kind of magic he can work. Too bad Meg's ego is so big and so fragile that she can't even stick to the script for a month. The only reason he hasn't dropped her is because he knows it will be met with a chorus of told you so's and will show that he doesn't yield as much power as he thinks. I just thought these were interesting points of view. Again, we're just totally speculating here, just playing a fun game. Like, if this happened, why did it happen and what's going on? And I tend to agree with this person. I would think it would be an ego thing. But then as soon as you start working, I wouldn't even call it working with them, because they're not going to work. It takes two to make something work, right? Like that, they don't seem like Harry and Meghan are capable of working with other people. They're just not. They're so full of themselves and make the worst decision every time that I don't think anybody could fix this. But in this case, I don't think they should have it fixed. There's nothing to fix. They've brought this on themselves. They have nobody to blame but themselves. I don't care if you're a genie, you can't fix this. Like, you don't do the things that they've done and then hope for a comeback. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this here. This was a lot of fun. I love doing these. I haven't gone over the St. Meghan Markle stuff in a long time, so that was really, I enjoyed that. So I hope you did too. Let me know your comments below. Let me know where you're prancing through. Again, I just like to say prancing today, apparently. Mine was 7-Eleven, wearing a swan dress. What are you wearing? Are you wearing a ball gown? Obviously. Are you wearing a tux? Obviously. Or are you more in Harry state and just blurry and delirious as to where you are? Goodness. And what are you wearing and where are you walking through? Mine is 7-Eleven. The floor should be equally as sticky, I would think. Anyway, guys, this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your comments down below. As always, thanks so much for sticking with me. You know, I appreciate it so much. And if you want to further support this show, of course, we have the merch. Recollections may vary. Make it make sense. Drunk Goose Club. Honk, honk, everybody. And we have Patreon. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, where you can find bonus episodes, deep dives. You could become an executive producer just like the geese and ganders you see on the screen before you. Thank you for everything. Have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.